Hello students, welcome to the second video of NCERT MedEasy. Today our topic is gonna be very small and very concise, but this topic is also very interesting. Does not hold a lot of weightage, but I can guarantee at least one question from here. The topic is Human Genome Project. We are gonna complete it very quick. Uh, Basically, then the DNA fingerprinting part I'll teach after this in another video. So before starting, what is Human Genome Project? This was basically an ambitious project for the humanity to discover and identify and sequence all the human genes present. क्यों ऐसा करा? Because basically they have to, it has many benefits like identifying diseases that are chromosome linked, and it helps in treatment of them. This project started in 1990 and it went on for 13 years. Remember that, 13 years. Very ambitious project. As you can see, NCERT says a very ambitious project for the sequencing of human genome was launched in the year 1990. Human Genome Project HGP was called a mega project. This is called a mega project. Let's understand the magnitude of the project. NCERT gives us an example that human genome is said to have 3 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs. Now let's take, to complete processing of one gene, it requires $3. Sorry, not one gene, one base pair. It requires $3. So the whole project will cost 9 billion US dollars. So you can imagine how vast this project was. Anyways, moving on. There is a field in biology which you can also pursue after doing NEET. It's called bioinformatics. So basically bioinformatics में क्या होता है? It's basically around everything around Human Genome Project, and Human Genome Project was the start of bioinformatics. This is not at all important, just to make you understand I said all these things. This will never be asked except when it was started. It was started in year 1990, you have to remember that. Now what are the goals of Human Genome Project? Now this is very important point. These 6 points, remember, first of all, there are 6 goals of Human Genome Project. All of these 6 points were asked in previous year papers, and you need to memorize this. What are these? What were the goals? First goal was identifying all 20,000 to 25,000 genes in the human DNA. Determine and sequence 3 billion chemical base pairs that make up the human DNA. 3 billion base pairs, around 30,000 genes, around 30,000. Remember, 20 to 25 is written, but later it will say 30,000 genes. So yeah, store these information in databases. Now to store such vast DNA bases, you need fast internet and fast computers, which they didn't have. This was a big challenge for the HGP. Improve, yeah, as you can see, point 4 says improving the tools for data analysis. Fifth point is not that important. They don't ask question, but transfer the related technology to other sectors such as industries, basically healthcare industries, to treat the medicine, to treat the diseases and create medicines for it. One more important point is to address the ethical, legal and social issues. Remember, ethical, legal and social issues. Also short form for ELSI LC, ethical, LC, ethical, legal, social issues. The Human Genome Project was a 13-year project coordinated by the US Department of Energy and National Institute of Health. Okay, let's see. As I said, it was a 13-year-old project running from 1990 to 2003. It was coordinated by US Department of Energy and the National Institute of Health. Remember these two names. In the early years of HGP, the Wellcome Trust of UK became a major partner as well as the contributions came from different countries such as Japan, France, and Germany, and China as well. The project was completed in 2003, making 1990 to 2003, which is 13 years. Moving to the next page. Yeah, what was the need of Human Genome Project? As I was saying, the need of Human Genome Project was towards solving the challenges in the healthcare, agriculture, energy production, environmental remediation. Also, as well as humans, there were many animals and plants that were sequenced using the Human Genome Project. These are bacteria, yeast, elegans, a free-living, non-pathogenic nematode, Drosophila, which is your fruit fly, plants, rice and arabidus have also been sequenced. What are the methods that are used for Human Genome Project? There were two major methods. One was where they took all the relative useful genes and they used them as there were two major approaches. One approach focused on identifying all the genes that were expressed in the RNA. As you know, RNA has two types, one is intron and one is extron. Introns are the ones who interfere and extrons are the ones who expressed. Now the extrons are taken and they are identified and they are sequenced. These are called express sequence tag or ESTs. This is a PYQ. Make sure to remember this. EST are the expressed RNA forms. The other method being the blind approach or simply sequencing the whole set of genome. Basically, उन्होंने क्या किया? They took the whole DNA and they sequenced it. And then they looked after it and बाद में देख लिया कि हाँ, this is the important things and these are the not important things. This is called sequence annotations. That's it. From this para. Now what all of this is saying, I have summarized over here. Basically, DNA is a very long polymer. So what they do is they cut down the DNA in small parts and they used hosts or vectors and they amplify the small bits of DNA so that they can be identified and sequenced. The two hosts that were used were BAC and YAC. Regarding vectors and hosts, you will learn about them more in the biotech chapter, not over here, so I'm not going into deep over here. BAC and YAC are called bacterial artificial chromosome and yeast artificial chromosomes. You have to remember these two. So let's revise this para once again very quickly. What were the two methods? One method was using the express sequence tags, which were extrons in the RNA, and one was the blind approach called the sequence annotation. DNA being very long polymer, they cut down the DNA and they amplified using vectors. The vectors were BAC and YAC. That's it. Now, very unrelated over here. Very important but very unrelated. They mention Frederick Sanger. Now this guy did two things which are very, very important. First, the fragments were sequenced using the automated DNA sequence that worked on the principle of method developed by Frederick Sanger. So, इसके बनाए हुए method they used and sequenced the DNA using automated machines. Now Sanger also is credited for developing the method for determination of amino acid sequence in protein. So imagine कर लो यहाँ पे one protein is there. This is a protein. Now as you know, protein is made up of amino acids. Now the amino acid का sequence was determined by Frederick Sanger. That's it. That's the role of Frederick Sanger. This is nothing. This is useless. This is a diagram, not totally important. Now, very confusing line over here. NCRT, it contradicts itself, saying the sequence of chromosome 1 was completed only in May 2006. This was the last chromosome that was sequenced out of 24 human chromosomes, 22 being autosomes and X and Y chromosomes, which are called allosomes. Now, remember, chromosomes 1 sequencing continued even after the HGP was completed in 2003. Now you might be thinking then the project is 16 years, not 13 years. But in our NCRT says it is 13 years, so we have to remember it's 13 years as the process was completed in 2003. But the chromosome 1 being so long, it took 3 extra years that it was completed in 2006. Don't get confused. Mock test and maybe NEET will ask someday about this, but I don't think they will ask because they have to give bonus, and that will cause stuff like happen this year. Anyways, moving on. What are the features of Human Genome Project? Very, very important. Now, when you revise for your exams, for your mock test, or for the final NEET exam, you need short notes. This is basically, this table is nothing but basically your short notes. There are 9 points. You have to remember all 9 of them. All 9 are basically questions. What are the 9? The human genome consists 3164 million base pairs. That basically means 3 billion base pairs, that was said earlier. The average gene consists 3000 bases. Now the sizes vary greatly because the largest known human gene, remember question number 1, largest known human gene is dystrophin. It consists how much? 2.4 million base pairs. दिख नहीं रहा होगा, इसको zoom कर देता हूँ. Dystrophin 2.4 billion base pairs. The total number of gene estimated 30,000. Okay, 99.9% nucleotides of the bases are exactly same in all people. So basically, you who are watching this video and me who I am making this video are 99.9% the same. The functions are unknown for over 50% of these genes. Less than 2%, remember, less than 2% of genome code for proteins. Repeated sequence are very much in DNA sequencing. Sometimes hundreds to thousands of times there are repeated sequence. They have no use, but they are still there. This show our evolution, that we are evolved. These genes must be in used some thousands of years ago, but it's useless for us now, like our appendix. Chromosome 1 has the most genes, 2968, and yes, you have to remember this number, 2968. And chromosome Y, which is the male chromosome, has the fewest, which is 231. There are 1.4 million locations where there are single base pair differences. Now, as I said, we are both 99.9% similar, but that 1.1 is 1.4. That 0.1 is 1.4 million locations, which are called SNPs, or short form for SNPs, single nucleotide polymorphism. Basically, this means difference. The information of this information promises of revolutionizing finding chromosomal location for the disease associated sequences and tracing human history. Basically, for our evolution and our healthcare purposes, HGP was conducted. That's it. That's our human genome project. I'll create one more video because this video is already 14 minutes long. I don't want to take more time. DNA fingerprinting, I'll take it in the next video. If you want the PDF of the NCRT highlighted version, you can comment in the comment section. I hope you like the video. If there are any doubts, make sure to ask. I'll solve it in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe. This helps a lot. This will And please share this video to all of your friends who are in need and who wants to understand this concept. Thank you.